Hello. What's up? What's up, chat? Oh, man, I am tired. I don't know why. I'm very sleepy. Alright. Um, Chat, we're doing some Patron deck reviews today. Picking up your Dragon Shield sleeves for your train. Hey, nice. I'm waiting on mine to arrive. I'm very excited to get the trinket sleeves. I do think it's kind of annoying that I'm already on a tangent. I do think it's kind of annoying that there's no way to find the sleeves here. Like there's no menuing you can do. You have to search and go trinket. And then that's how you can find it. That's like the only way to get these. There's no like crater sleeves like category. Yeah, what up? How am I doing today? I'm just tired. I don't know. I feel like I haven't been sleeping very well lately. But also I don't know. It's probably my fault. I've been like reading manga on my phone before bed, which is probably not helping. But I don't want to like get all the physical books for all the manga I read. Yeah. Anyway, Patron deck reviews. That's my plan. Oh, well, let's see. I haven't done any for this month yet, so I think I gotta kind of just get through as many of these as I can. I guess I should reiterate, if you want your deck reviewed on stream, there's a link to the Patron below. It's for tier 2 and 3 patrons. Yeah, she Patron on my deck till I review, exactly. Here's a link to the architect page of all the deck doctors I've done. The way it works is the sideboard are things I'm suggesting you add, maybe board are things I suggest you cut. I actually think I will be, so I am migrating, I want to say this now, I guess. I am migrating from Architect to Commander template. I like their deck building features way more, and I know Rebel is working on a deck review thing, like built into that, so I'm hoping that'll get set up. I did want to say I do have, so if you go to my decks on Commander template, which I should, I'm going to start moving all of my videos. I need to go back through my videos and like change the description. But I have a new deck, which is pretty fun so far. It's the Flippy Dippy Tameo. The backside is not very relevant. The front side, where she makes a clue when you attack, is the main part. I need to test this list out more, but it's pretty sweet. So this is my new Bobble deck. So it is a salvaging station list. And salvaging station just works really well with, I got the classic blue ones in here. Honestly, there aren't that many good green baubles, but the green stuff that I get is Fangren Marauder, which is really good. 6 is pretty good in a graveyard deck like this. And then I have like the Tireless Tracker, Kellen type things, which is pretty sweet. Then a year from now, going back to Moxfield. I don't know if I'm going back to Moxfield. Okay. Actually, I can't say that. I don't know if that's been announced yet. I'm not going back to Moxfield for decks, but I may go back to Moxfield for a different reason. I'll say that. Yeah, I don't know. Moxfield, they just don't have the features I like. I want folders, and I know that their dev team's like 4 people, but man, they are wasting their dev hours. A 30-second bobble deck is at the tower. I'm getting there. I've never built Simic baubles before, so this is my Simic bauble deck. And the real star of the show is Doppelgang. Okay, so Doppelgang is you can make X copies of a permanent, and it's really funny to just make like 3 or 4 Academy manufacturers because Academy manufacturer multiplies the number of each of these by 3 for each additional one. So the first Academy manufacturer, you know, splits this into 3, and then the next one makes 9, and the next one makes 27, and it kind of like scales up that way. It's pretty crazy. Then you can attack with the commander, make like a ton of dudes, and then tap them to Clock of Omens and untap them to play. It has like the Empires package in here. This deck seems really fun. I'm really excited to try it out. Yeah, I guess here, look, I can share a folder. Look at this. You want to see the decks that I play? Boom, like that. What tier of the Patron is this deck from? You know, I've thought about adding like a joke tier to the Patron because I think it's really funny whenever I see like no shade to anybody, but sometimes I see really high tiers of Patron that like cost a lot of money for not really any benefit, or they like cost a cartoonish amount of money. Like I think MTG Goldfish has like their top tier patron gives you no benefit. It's just like if you want to give them more money. And again, no like specific hate, but I do think that is kind of cringe. Like I wouldn't. It has to be at least something, you know. Like I think Alex has like the highest tier of his patron is like the color of your name in the credits is different. And like I know that's a really small thing, but at least it's something. When it's like literally nothing, it's really like that bothers me. So I want to make like a joke tier called like Infinite Money Outlet. It's like $1 billion and you can just have the channel. I think that'd be really funny. But I also feel like if I put that there, people are gonna look at it and maybe get the wrong idea. Maybe they won't realize it's a joke. So I've just never done that. AI viewers, streamboo.com. Well, why don't I block you? Why would I want AI viewers? Like, the point of Twitch is to yap to you guys. I know. I broke Academy Manufacturer. It's not like, look, that part of the deck is kind of just, you know, it's there for like, I don't know. I just like Academy Manufacturer. The real funny, quirky part of the deck is the Throne of the Empires, right? Is like, if you can actually assemble the throne and then like unwinding clock, that's like crazy value. It seems really sweet. Now, I can't mechanize production because then I'll win the game and then I don't get Academy Manufacturer value, you know? Oh, weird background noise on the mic. I turned my stupid AC thing on. That's probably what it is. You want to make your own bubble deck, preferably mono black, maybe a Golgari. Yeah, the new Black Ultron could be good for that. Honestly, a lot of the artifact commanders from Marvel superheroes are like really good. You can't go wrong with most of them. Elon's gonna buy me out, yeah. I mean, my channel is so like not worth $1 billion. Infinite Money Outlet would be like a open donation link. Patron is more like a once per turn effect, I guess so. Anyway, all right. That's enough about my decks. Who cares about my decks? Let's talk about your decks. Now, I'm actually just going on the first one sent here because I'm intrigued. I see Croxa and Bracket 4. Very intriguing. I do like Croxa, and I do like Bracket 4. So let's take a little peeksies here. Croxa, not a very exciting deck name, though. I think Frost Barney, you gotta work on that. Export. I swear they change this every single time. Import cards. Claim to fame. Flame. And then you set as the commander. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Let's see what this user said. First attempt at a bracket 4 deck. Everyone is greedy and they vomit their hand onto the board early. The goal is to cast and reanimate Crokset at least 3 times in the first 4 turns. Hold on. To make everyone hellbent, as well as me, since I can use my cards to do it. This will... Then you burn people out, blah, blah, blah. If anyone slams the draw engine, I'm screwed. I don't know how to fix that. Tries to win with World Gorger Dragon Loops. Okay. Your favorite thing is to grab a Trinket Mage deck and try to figure out how it wins the game. Sometimes they don't win the game. That's the secret. Oh, this is your deck. Yo, what up? Okay. Sorry, your goal is to just cast Kroxa for the first 4 turns? I'm not sold on that as a strategy. I have a sort by price. Alphabet. There we go. Now, Kroxa is a great commander for bracket 4. I think this is actually like a really good pick here. What I'm wondering is, I feel like we might want to, I don't know. Like, playing Kroxa on 2 is decent, right? Each opponent discards a card if they... But they'll just probably choose a land on the first one. I wonder if we want more early game synergy pieces to go with the Kroxa. This Final Fortune is incredibly sus. You can cast them and then spam reanimate and not that after all effects. No, I get that. No, I'm with you on that. I know you're not actually paying his escape cost. What I'm not sold on is that is good enough. What I want to count up here is Waste Not, Liliana's Caress, does this do anything when cards get discarded? Not unless you pay a ton of mana. Is that it? We have like... We have nothing that amplifies our discard. You know what I mean? Like, right now, what happens is when you play this and you make everyone discard, that's basically all that happens. It's just a one-time discard. It's not any like bonus damage like a Liliana's Caress. It's not any extra card advantage like a Waste Not. Are there any targets for Fury Storm? I don't know. Oh. Copy target instant sorcery spell. Maybe. This might be too mana intensive to do that. So, like, one of the first, like... I want to see... What I want is, like, other cards that... Well, like, I'm confused why there's no Turgid, right? We're bracket 4 here. Or like a... Tiny Bones to, like, get extra card draw out of it. We need to make the... We need to make the discard more impactful. We need more power for our discard. Because right now I think the problem is you're just too low impact. Like I want to add Turgid and Tiny Bones. Is Bauble Burglar the good one? No, it's the other one. What is this one called? Trinket Thief. There we go. Turgid is too slow? How is it too slow? You play Kroxa, you discard your Turgid, and then you reanimate it the next turn. Your whole deck is already reanimating and cheating big things into play. Its mana cost is 2. What does this deck do? It plays Kroxa, really. Now, Liliana's Caress, I actually feel like, is the wrong thing, because it just does damage. Like, we want, like, value. That's the other problem, is, like, in bracket 4, here's another thing about bracket 4, is a lot of times there's a lot of, like, combos, right? And you win with a combo, right? Like, your deck is a combo deck, right? You have Mind Crank, Bloodchief's Ascension, you have World Gorger, Animate Dead, right? Kroxa doesn't let you discard. Correct, but we have cards that make everyone discard, right? Am I crazy? Sorry, I know I said Kroxa, but do we not have like, what's that one that's like black, everyone discards? Oh, I'm realizing there's like not many discard spells in this deck. That's another thing I would probably add more of. But like we have a lot of combos in this deck, right? Sorry, that's what I was saying. And because of that, damage isn't like super relevant here. Like, we're already a combo deck, so amplifying your damage doesn't really do anything. Smallpox, yo, yes, these are the cards I'm thinking of. No, you're completely right. Smallpox, honestly, friggin' regular pox. These are the discard cards we really want. Are wheels good? Yes and no. It depends. Wheel of Fortune, no, because you never want to refill your opponent to 7 cards. That's terrible. That's not good. Not in a discard deck like this. Mind Swords? What is Mind Swords? Oh, interesting. If this was an instant, it would be really good, because then you could respond to the Kroxa trigger and cast it for free, which would be really sweet. This is a cool card. What the heck? This art is insane too. What the hell? I'm gonna I'm gonna save that card for later. That's a very cool card. But no, I don't think it I don't think it goes in this deck, but Mind Rake. Can you Mind Twist yourself? I believe so. Oh, here we go. Mind Rake. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Mind Rake is sweet in a deck like this. Mind Twist. I think you can target yourself, but this is how you beat card draw engines. When they draw a bunch of cards, you Mind Twist them down. Your first time ever seeing Mind Swords? I've never seen Mind Swords before, right? Like, that card's pretty cool. So here's what I'm thinking is, I think we want more value from our discard. So I really like Tiny Bones as another way to like get some extra value. I like Turgid for more value, and then playing more cards like Pox, Smallpox, Mind Rake that make us discard as well. And then we got some more here. Bottomless Pit is another way to actually beat card draw, because Bottomless Pit makes a player discard a card at random. So even if they drew 10 cards, now normally if they draw 10 cards and you make them discard, they'll just get rid of something they don't need. But with Bottomless Pit, they might discard their most important card and have no say in it, which is really powerful. Commander players, when they get Mind Twister for the first time in their life, yeah. Mind Twist is a really brutal card. It is another one that, like, it just absolutely... No one plays it, but it is so good. People do not realize how broken it is. So this is what I'm thinking. More of, like, these effects add some more oomph to our... just, like, oomph to our discard to make it more valuable. Whenever a legendary card enters the battlefield, any number of target players mill one card and lose one life. Actually, I think it does make everyone discard one. Okay, it's probably okay. I would honestly even consider getting rid of, like, it sounds weird to get rid of these the damaging ones, right? Yes, yes, Foxel. Chains of Mephistopheles is very good in this deck. This card is very expensive. If your playgroup is okay with proxies and you're playing a high power deck, then yes, 100% please put chains in here. I usually don't recommend cards that cost more than $10. I try to avoid that. I know these two are a little bit more expensive. Chains is a lot more than $10, so... if you don't know how chains works, it's like you can think about it like a flow chart. It's like, did you draw a card? If it's the first one you draw this turn, you do nothing. If it's not, then do you have cards in your hand? If so, you discard, then draw. And if you have no cards in your hand, you mill and just never draw. It's crazy. Descent into Madness is a cool card. But I don't think it's super good for this list. Oh. This one is actually maybe too slow. This one is actually 5 mana, whereas Target you can reanimate. You know? Ooh, Oppression. Maybe. So Oppression's a very odd card. Whenever a player casts a spell, they have to discard a card. Quite powerful enchantment as well. Another way to work well against card advantage, because yeah, if they drew 4 cards, they can only cast 2 cards. I feel like I want to recommend cutting Final Fortune. Cards like this are so dead for like most of the game. I don't know, maybe your deck combos really fast. Maybe it's a faster combo deck than I'm giving it credit for, and Final Fortune's great. I'm a little worried it's a dead card. You're just imagining a YouTuber saying Chains only has a 0.2% inclusion rate. Highly underrated card for the effect. Yeah, I mean, it's underrated in the sense that I think people don't know about it. Even beyond the price, even if this was like a $1 card, I think a lot of people just don't know about it because it's from Legends. Not a big Tassiger's Cruelty fan here either. It directly conflicts with your commander, because Delve 5 is quite a bit, and that's like a whole escape, You're not huge on Waste Not? That is crazy, because it draws cards. Final Fortune is just there for the Adnaz. Oh, What's your average mana curve? Pretty low. Yeah, okay. Sure. I see it. I get what you mean. Pyretic Charge. Discard your hand, draw 4 cards. For each card discarded this way, creature. Too much mana for bracket 4. We need the. Also, this is an ad nauseum deck. Look at our curve. The amount of 5 drops is already can be a little sus. In fact, the amount of 3-drops recommended is already pushing it, pushing it a little bit. Like I could see you like not including oppression, because it's a 3-drop and you want to like keep the curve low for ad nauseam purposes. No, Black Begans. I do not use ChatGPT for deck suggestions. It is not very good at that. Postmortem Lunge, yeah, that one's pretty sweet. This card also very underrated. I don't know about Blasphemous Edict. Honestly, I don't even like Blasphemous Act in this list too much because you are an Adnaz deck. Mind Slash is. I think it's. Is that a? It's a 5-drop. No, it's a 3. It's 3. Okay. No, I like your Adnaz plan. You know, I think it still works. It's just, well, I don't know. It depends. So there's a world where you cut the Adnaz plan and play more things like this. So Mind Slash is pretty neat. So the cool thing about Mind Slash is you pay a black, sack a creature, target opponent reveals their hand, and you yoink a card from it. So it's a Thoughtseize effect. This is another card that's really good against card draw because you can actually take the good card out of their hand. And what happens is you reanimate Kroxa, you respond to the trigger, sacking it to Mind Slash, so you get like a free value out of it. The problem is this is kind of like a lot of mana, and you already have to spend mana to reanimate Kroxa. So I don't know. 1 with nothing probably doesn't work too well in this list. You need board wipes so that people can't have creatures, giving them value when they have no cards in hand. Yeah, no, I get that. Like I get that you need board wipes. I'm just wondering, like these two in particular, because it's like we are on the Adnaz plan, right? And this is a 9-drop. It's pretty bad for that, and this is 5. Are you running Toxic Deluge? Maybe I think. Oh, is it already on the list? Why did I not see it? Oh, I just missed it. Okay, Toxic Deluge is in the list. Good. I didn't recognize the art. Yeah, I know you don't have creatures in this deck, which is very sweet. Which is why cards like Pox and stuff are so good, because they're one-sided. And yes, Tainted Eighth. So you could. We could play cards. So Tainted Aether is a card. That's kind of neat. So it works really well with Kroxa. Tainted Aether is whenever a creature enters, its controller sacrifices a creature or land. So Kroxa enters, its ETB happens, this thing's ETB happens. You just sack Kroxa to it. You're completely like unaffected. But your opponents obviously will lose lands and stuff. There's also, like when we're in a creatureless deck, we do have access to these powerful like stacks enchantments that hate creatures out. So Spreading Plague, whenever a creature comes into play, it destroys all other creatures that share a color with it. So when Kroxa comes into play, it's going to blow up all red and black creatures. But if your opponent is playing a blue-white deck, presumably their commander is both blue and white, and then if they play another creature, it kills their commander. You can play these stacks of enchantments. Of course, they are a higher mana cost. So if you wanted to lean into this, I would say you maybe cut the Adnaz thing because it just makes that plan weaker. You know? I do agree with Sticky here. Red Elemental Blast and Pyroblast could both be worth adding as well. Accursed Marauder doesn't even matter if it dies. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, maybe, right? This is bracket 4. Yeah, I guess you could run so Accursed Marauder or Fleshbag Marauder, or a Plague Crafter is really good too, because that also makes people discard. All of these work with the rest of your reanimation plan, which is pretty sweet. And one of the cool things is if you have your Croxa in the bin and your Plague Crafter in the bin, what happens is if you're like, oh, I need discard, I'll reanimate Croxa. Oh, I need sacrificing of creatures, I'll reanimate Plague Crafter. And then it becomes like a toolbox almost. Does this deck fold to a Bojuka Bog? Not really, because Croxa just goes back to the command zone, and then you recast Croxa, and then you reanimate it with a, Exhume, and then you're just back to doing the same thing. It doesn't actually need things in the graveyard for Croxa. This deck is pretty light on being susceptible to graveyard hate. Does red have instant speed polymorphs? Not that I know of. No, we're cutting Shrieking Affliction. This is a combo deck. The damage doesn't matter. Who cares if your opponent's at 1 life or 1,000,000 life if we're a combo deck? I guess you could add Wheel of Fortune because you do have LED and Underworld Breach if you wanted to just do that loop, but Alright, I want to recommend a few more things that I would maybe consider cutting. Sacrifice is kind of mid in this deck, don't you think? Like for most of the time, it's like a +1 mana ritual. Yeah, I assume this deck is very consistent. It like always does its thing. I'd be very surprised if you had a game where this deck is actually shut down. Now the real way to shut down a deck like this is one of the most underrated effects in all of Commander, Nevermore effects. If they play a Nevermore and they name Croxa, you're probably like, I mean, you have tutors and stuff, so you can just tutor for Withering Torment. But then if that gets countered, you're probably screwed. I do like how consistent this list is. I think I wanna recommend some lower mana value, something lower mana value than Blasphemous Edict. Blasphemous Act is maybe too good to cut. But there's got to be like a destroy all. I know it has a polymorph. Transmogrify is a good card, but they ask for an instant speed polymorph. Is Transmogrify instant speed? I don't think so. You need Nevermore before turn 2, since you never cast Croxa again. Yeah. That is true. Unless they exile Croxa, Nevermore plus a graveyard effect. That's probably the easiest way to stop this deck. Although that is quite difficult still. Maybe Force of Despair? Force of Despair is pretty good. I mean, Nevermore is not a Pithing Needle type card. It's a decent bit stronger. I've played Pithing Needle. I think it's quite good. Have I ever started brewing up a Thor deck yet? Oh, no, I haven't started working on it, to be honest. I really like my Boros control deck as is. If I were to build Thor, I would have to take apart Flage, and I'm not ready to take apart Flage yet. When you guys see the podcast from this week, you'll see what I mean. Um, Bantu's Last Reckoning? No, probably not. But at that point, it's a lot of pieces to stop one deck. Yeah. What's the outlet for Carnival of Souls? What am I looking at here? Whenever a creature comes to play, you lose 1 life. Add 1 black to your mana pool. I don't think it's anything in particular. I think it's just using the black mana to reanimate Croxa again. Oh, no, this exiles your graveyard too. Definitely not worth. Alright, we're into the really bad cards territory. Maybe Force of Despair is the answer. It's pretty good in bracket 4. And it's only 3 mana. I think I might want to recommend Force of Despair over Blasphemous Edict. Oh my goodness. Get out of here, Chrome. Snuff Out. I don't think this deck needs that much spot removal, honestly. Okay, I think that's most of what I want to say about this list. I think these are probably the easiest cuts. I think the damaging stuff is just not impactful enough. I think the Delve is a little too bad with your commander. I think Sacrifice is a little low impact. And the things I would immediately say you should add is like Tiny Bones, Smallpox Pox, Turgid. Those are like the big ones, I think. Just to make your like discarding more impactful. And then if you wanted to cut the Ad Nauseam Final Fortune package, you could play some of these enchantments, these more value-oriented, grindier enchantments if you wanted. I think that's not a terrible idea. I also think that adding Fleshback Marauder type effects could be useful as an alternative thing to reanimate. Bro's gonna get to 4 decks. I know, I spent so long talking about this deck. It was a cool deck. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look, chat. I will be streaming. My goal is for next week to stream multiple times, so we're gonna do stuff. Yeah, I think if you want Plan A to be a combo deck, like you said, it is a World Gorger Dragon combo deck, and you have other backup combos like the Mind Crank one. Like you have multiple combos here. If your plan A is a combo, dealing an extra 2 damage to your opponents here and there does not matter at all because it like who cares? You're gonna deal infinite damage. Yeah, the Soul Ring says we're bracketed in. It's in. Okay. All right, let me grab another deck. I like your list a lot, by the way. I think it's very cool. Is an anonymous viewer of the deck? Okay. Let's do. I'm kind of picking one at random here. Yeah, I feel like World Gorger Dragon was very easy to add to that list because of how the rest of the list was. All right. No, there was no grinding station in there because there's just not enough artifacts for it. I think there's a world where you can turn it back into a burn deck by cutting the combos if you wanted that. But it's just, you know, it's kind of just up to you, really. All right, Snorlo, you are making this deck for your girlfriend who loves Last of Us. Felt a little boring just making an Aristocrats deck. You wanted to spice it up a little, bit of a zombie apocalypse feel, the good sub theme. So you're looking for a sub theme for this deck, something to add to it. All right, so we're playing Joel and Ellie. Joel is whenever a creature token dies, put a counter on Joel and draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Cool beans. And then we have Ellie Brickmaster. Okay. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, that attacking player creates a 1/1 tapped black fungus that's tapped and attacking. Cool. Oh, that's you. Yeah, what up, Talor? I agree, Barney, that the burn plan is probably really, really slow, which if for bracket 4, I think you should stick with the combo plan. Unless you go hard on the stacks. Like, you would have to really, really be restricting your opponents with, like, all the stacks pieces to make it actually work. Is the sub-theme gold and not treasure? Well, so, I guess Talor is in the chat and can elaborate. But, like, do you have a sub-theme now, or are you looking to add a sub-theme? Because I like the idea of leaning into the Griswold effects. That's kind of fun. Like, we can play, like, illness in the ranks or something. Play the card Zombie Apocalypse. Is this a card? This is a card. Return all zombies from your graveyard to the battlefield, then destroy all humans. Ah, very funny that doesn't work in this deck somehow. For now, the main theme is Aristocrats. The sub-theme is Goad. Okay, yes. Then, what do you want me to do? I guess I'm confused. She bricks up your hand. That's funny. Yeah, I like the idea of like giving your opponents tokens of the like hunted ghoul and crap like that is kind of fun. That's the wrong one. Hunted horror or whatever. And then you make their tokens weak with like illness in the ranks and stuff. Looking for more win cons. Okay. I should have put that in the post. What the heck? I'm joking, by the way. You're good. So now we can do the classic lower bracket win cons. You can just play standalone ones, right? Right. Insurrection. Mutinous Massacre also kind of just wins games. Mob Rule will get you there. These are really easy cards to just throw in a deck and be like, look, late game, I have a thing that like can win something here, you know? Another card that I think would be really good in a deck like this is like we need oh, what's it called? Zuri's Predation. Zuri's Predation is a very often overlooked card. For each creature your opponent controls, you make a 4/4 Phyrexian beast, and then it fights all of those creatures. This card is awesome when you're giving your opponents a bunch of random dinky 1/1s. Right? You give them all these extra saplings and stuff, and they have those sitting around. Each one of those is an extra 4/4 for you, which also dies and buffs Joel. Yeah, and then also the theft ones work with that too, because you steal all the tokens, you give them for a bigger swing. Um, so a lot of stuff like that, those can work. I think those are good win cons that are like standalone, you know. Daryl does everything the second ones, does he? Daryl. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent creates 3 walkers. Deal 2 damage to target creature. Whenever an opponent, zombie an opponent controls dies, draw a card. Yeah, Daryl works in this list, totally. You could add Agent of the Iron Throne in other backgrounds, like Cultists of the Absolutes. Oh, you know what? That is a fun thing. So, Cultists of the Absolute is a pretty neat effect. It gives your commanders +3/+3, flying, death touch, ward, pay 3 life. You have to sack a creature on your upkeep, but not too difficult for this deck. Cool thing about backgrounds with partner commanders is they both get it. Giving Joel +3/+3 and flying will seriously let you, just by himself, that would make him a 7/7 with flying and menace, ignoring any additional counters he gets. Already that's a clock. Like, that's some real damage. If he has some counters, that's serious damage. But then the fact that Ellie can also crack it in the air for 5 in the air by herself is pretty good. So I think Cults of the Absolute is a banger suggestion there. Whenever you're doing partners, honestly, look at backgrounds. Because they work with both your commanders, you can often get a lot of value out of them. Haunted one, if you have enough humans. Yeah, this deck, I don't know if it has enough. There's like Mirkwood Bats and Massacre Worms, you know? Alright, let's suggest a couple of cuts. I think these are like good finishers. Some mix of these can help you. Not that Daryl's a finisher, he's just a useful card. Yeah, the Flying Menace is like pretty good. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 rat with this can't block. I'm gonna say maybe a little low impact. Like, I get the synergy. But it doesn't like continually attack for free like Changeling Outcast does. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of like it might be the weakest thing in the deck. If you are gonna add some of these other win cons, I could see you cutting things like Slicer at the very least. Slicer is a bit awkward in non-control decks, because if the board gets gummed up, he is actually liable to just be blocked and killed. Whereas Alexios gets bigger every time, so within a few turns, he's kind of too big to block. Slicer, without other ways to buff him, I think is a little mid. Or at least other ways to clear the way for him, you know? Mostly wanted, like, some more 1-drops so I can swing the turn Ellie comes out. Yeah, I get it. I just think that it's like such a dead card outside of turn 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Blood Pet is a better 1-drop than that. Blood Pet can swing the turn Ellie comes out. You play Blood Pet on 1, Ellie on 2, you swing, you get the value, but then it also ramps you into Joel 1 turn faster. Yeah, there's no trample on Slicer easy either. Yeah, so he just gets chump blocked, especially by the tokens that you give people. Maximum Crunch. Until your next turn, each creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able, so it's goad without goad, right? Add triple red. Deal 5 damage to each opponent. It's not awful. What if you attack a player, goad, something cool? You know, I as much as like we want sack outlets, I'm not sold on Umbral Call It Zealot in this list. Zealot. The thing about the Zealot is we're not really a graveyard deck. Like, there's nothing in the list that cares about being in the graveyard other than Gravecrawler. It's like literally it. Just splurge $50 on a Ragavan. I mean, Ragavan is also a great addition to this list. I would agree. But Blood Pet is a bit more budget, and it is useful. I actually think Blood Pet's unironically good. This is supposedly the Talora here said bracket 3, although it does feel very bracket 2. This guy kind of sucks. Okay, I think these are my cuts. Swap the Spear Guard for Blood Pet, and then swap these 3 for some combination of these as additional finishers. I think probably Cultist, Mutinous, and Azuri's Predation would be like my top 3. Is Gravecrawler even worth it in here? I mean, There is Skull Clamp. There's other sack outlets. It's not awful. I think it's fine. I feel like this is a solid bracket 2 list, you know? Like, I think this is a very fine bracket 2 deck. Are we stacking enough stuff for Blood Artist and Bastion of Remembrance? Maybe not. I was thinking about that too, to be honest. I'm wondering if we even make enough tokens for that, but Ellie makes tokens pretty early on, so maybe it's worth. There's a world where I think you get rid of the sacrificey stuff and kind of lean more into sort of like Jund mid-rangey value, but it's kind of up to you. Goldhound? Oh, maybe. I don't hate Goldhound here either. It also, it's a treasure dog. It's very similar to Blood Pet. But it has First Strike and Menace. It's honestly better than Blood Pet. I kind of just forgot about its existence. Ninja Teen. Yeah. I mean, giving your creatures +1/+0 and Menace is kind of nice for Ellie, because you're making a lot of 1/1s. I don't know. It's not too bad. I think Ninja Teen's fine. It's pretty good. All right, I'm going to move on to another deck. Hopefully, this gave you some good suggestions on what you could use as a finisher at the very least. Oh, look at this. Somebody's using a commander template. That's funny. Also, Grist. Very cool card. Is there a way for me to export this list to Architect? Because I want to keep my Architect stuff. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Nope. I realize I've never exported a deck from this website. There has to be an export button. There's like no way. Oh yeah, no worries, Talora. I hope you enjoy it. Some of those suggestions. There has to be a way to export. There's no way that Rebel wouldn't have done that. But I might be too stupid. I don't know. I'll do it the old-fashioned way for now. Back to Architect. Well, I want to keep all the Deck Doctor things on Architect for now. Like, I wouldn't... I want the cohesion because I've been using it, And right now, Commander Template, I just want my decks for the most part on there. Because I want to wait for the the like actual like built-in reviewing feature to happen. If that makes any sense. No. This will take a second. But you know what I can do is I can actually DM Rebel and be like, hey, this is is there an export? Oh, this might be too tedious. Oh, share list export? Oh my god, thank you. Where does share list? Am I stupid? Share export list. Huh? I don't see share anywhere. Okay, I think we just have to. I think I'm just gonna sunk cost fallacy. You bring Tempest Hawk? Oh. Man, Tempest Hawk was so bad. When we made that, a lot of people didn't watch it. But if you watched the Wheel episode we did with Tomer, I made a really bad deck. That sucks. Oh, thank you for sending me this. Yeah, but you still have the number like 1 everywhere there, right? So isn't it just gonna... Oh no, I'm stupid. Ignore what I was about to say. Cool. Thank you. I'm glad you're in the chat. Perfect. All right. So your commander is Grist. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. Nobody watched it though. that episode bombed. But yeah, I made a Tempest Hawk deck. It really sucked. All right, let me make sure I remember what the hell this thing does. When Grist or another creature enters the battlefield under control, if it entered from your graveyard, or you cast it from your graveyard, you may pay a green. If you do, you flip and dip it. And then you make a 1/1 mill 2 cards, put Death Hush counter on the token if a black card was milled this way. Very cool. You blow up an artifact or enchantment, and then for each creature card in your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of it except a 1/1 insect. Very cool. This is a sweet commander. All right, now I can go back to... I lost my train of thought. All right, you just want to mill. Ideally, go infinite with a token ping or swing. With Godmaw combo? I don't even know what this card is. When this enters, create a lander token. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, control, you get... Okay, interesting. What is the combo with this? Has a 2-card infinite combo, Devoted Druid and Hazel Brewmaster. What? Whenever Hazel enters or attacks, exile one target card from a graveyard and create a food token. Foods you control have all activated abilities of all... Oh, so if you attack with Hazel and you exile the Devoted Druid, your food will have Devoted Druid's abilities. And of course, Devoted Druid is normally restricted by the fact that -1/-1 counters kill it, but if it's a food token, you can have infinite counters. That's funny. I didn't even think about that. I didn't show up any recommended videos until yesterday. Oh, really? Oh, strange. Look, the algo is kind of weird. Yeah, it's just an infinite green mana combo, right? Which I don't. What do you do with that infinite green mana? Is there anything you in particular you do with it, or is that just like for funsies? Um. Okay. You want to accelerate the tempo of this deck a little bit. So your goal is like a strong bracket 3, and to keep budget in mind. Hmm. Okay, interesting. Here's what I'm thinking. Well, let me just take a closer look at the list for a second. Is our main win cons things like Mazarek, I guess? Hmm. Sack a creature, draw sovereign against flying till end of turn. Interesting. This deck needs an outlet for that infinite green mana. Panglacial Worm. Ah, that's not an infinite mana outlet. um, I guess Ant Queen is an infinite mana outlet for the infinite green mana, right? You can make infinite dudes. That's something. But it's not super restrictive, just wanted on it. Yeah, so no chains of Mephistopheles or whatever. I got it. Okay. So what I'm thinking of with this list is like I don't hmm. You feel like Bloodheart Engine is what is this? The beginning of your upkeep, surveil one, sacrifices artifact, return target creature or vehicle from a graveyard to the battlefield. Those are sorcerer. Yeah, it's a bit eh. Um I feel like to really make this like bracket 3, we need a little bit more like value, you know? Like this feels kinda slow. I want to suggest. I'm trying to remember the name of the card. I know it's mana cost. Green, black. One enchantment. Journey to Eternity. Bloodheart acts as an engine early game to animate, which is nice. Yes, I agree, but I think Journey to Eternity is even better. You equip it to a creature. When that creature dies, it then lets you kind of like do this infinitely effectively, and it ramps you. I think Journey to Eternity is just like a more powerful Bloodheart engine, and I think these types of changes is what actually kind of makes a bit of a distinction between bracket 2 and 3, because I think this is a more powerful value engine. This does something similar, but it's like a one-time effect. Card advantage is mostly in the form of mill. Yeah. I see that we are, I feel like, a little low on card draw as well. You know, we could play Moonlight Bargain's kind of fun. You look at the top 5 cards, you can put them all in your hand and take 10 damage, or put any amount into your graveyard. It lets you dig 5. It's kind of cool. It's an instant. It's not like amazing, but it is pretty neat in a graveyard deck like this. Pernicious Deed? Nah. Pernicious Deed is okay. I don't know if it's necessary for this list. In fact, I don't even think it's that good in this list. Uh, you're still not over that they killed Blex, yeah. Which honestly, is Blex in this list? No, he's not. Blex is $15? No way. Is there another printing of this? No, this card is like $15. Dude, for real? Anyway, Blex is really good. He has like a buffed Moonlight Bargain on the backside. And then he buffs your insects, like an Insect Lord. Oh, you just thought I was going to talk about Pernicious Deed, yeah. I do think Swarmyard is a good utility land to include. I feel like I've been neglecting mana bases on this stream so far. At least today. Why is Blex so expensive? I don't know why Blex is so expensive. This card isn't very good. This card should have been like a nickel. This makes my like budget Blex deck like way less budget because it was like 20 cents when I made that video. Why is this? I can't believe this card's $20. Anyway, yeah, I feel like I just haven't been checking mana bases too much. To be honest, we haven't seen like a 3 or 4 color deck yet, so you know. They've mostly been fine. This deck could probably use a slightly better mana base, but it's also a 2 color deck, so it doesn't matter that much. If we're on Animate Dead, should we not be on Reanimate? I mean, yeah, right. Reanimate's a good card. Oh, it is already in the list. Did I miss it? Oh no, yeah, it's here. We have it. This was originally a $150 challenge. Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, I feel like your mana base is pretty fine for a budget mana base. In 2 colors, you should be able to make a good budget mana base, right? Like Twilight Mire, you know, the filter lands are like $1. The tainted lands are like $1. The pain lands are like $1. You know, you add those plus the Command Tower Exotic Orchards, you should be able to get there for a 2 color deck. You should have a good mana base. So what does Glacier Godmaw have to do with this? You mentioned it in like your... Oh, because it gives haste. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, never mind. What are payoffs for having a cheap commander victimize? Maybe. I mean, you could play like oh. So yeah, victimize is good. And oh, interesting, Fox. So what happened on April 21st to make it spike so much? Oh, what's that card that like ROG side players play? That, like you sack a creature and you like make quadruple black mana. I should be able to find this on Scryfall easily, right? Because it's just like black in the rules text. Culling the Weak. Another card that's not very budget. I apologize for suggesting not budget things. Once this gets a reprint, it'll like tank. But Culling the Weak is pretty sweet when you have a low cost commander. Because you go turn 1 Grist, turn 2, Culling the Weak for quad black, and then you have 5 mana. Kinda awesome. This did get reprinted in what? Wait, where's my Oh, it got reprinted in Mystical Archive. Well, so Mystery Booster reprints and Mystery Booster reprints don't really, and Secret Lair reprints don't really affect the price of cards very much. I guess there's a slightly cheaper one here. Switch to non-foil? What are we looking at? $10. Springleaf Drum. Ah, here we go. That could be fun. I like Springleaf Drum when you have a 1-mana commander. It's pretty neat. You play the drum on 1, turn 2 you play your commander for 1, and then instantly tap it, and you basically netted back the mana, so it's like kind of perfect. Blex went up because of Secrets of Strixhaven. Right, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's go to some cuts. Let's go to some cuts here. Return up to 2/2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. You may put 2 counters on a creature you control and return. I mean, this one's okay. How long is the queue of Patron decks? There's no queue. You just kind of put them in a thread in the Discord, and I sort of just pick them at random. I just saw Grist, and I was like, Grist is cool. So, no, I don't think Lazatep's Quarry is worth it. Yeah, Sack Grist, Reanimate Grist. Let's look at a few other things, because what is your curve looking like? It's pretty low. So, This is one of the best Flare Cultivation decks. Agreed. This deck is very good for that. Am I sold on Gary? I guess the deck technically has more black pips. But a lot of that is in like the high cost things. And if these aren't in play, how useful is your Gary? Might be kind of mid. I don't know. Six is in the list. 6 wasn't in there for budget, but probably worth including otherwise. Oh, is he not in the list? I see him here. Probably worth adding. That card is quite good. I feel like we can do better than Gary, right? Like I feel like we're not really like looping him around that much. Twilight Diviner. Oh, I think that's already in the list. Did I see it here already? Yeah, it is. The Tree City should be there, but Tree City is like really expensive. What does this deck do? It kind of reanimates insects. Draws Hopper, I think, sucks. I know it's an insect, but this card's booty. I'm sorry, it's just legit booty. It's a 2/1 with flying sometimes. Fanatic of Ronas. It's okay. I don't know if we care about Bloodghast. We're not like an Aristocrats deck. There's no like, other than Skullclamp, there's no like real value for sacrificing it. It's just kind of a thing. Drawshopper is one of the sack outlets for the combo. I don't care. We need another sack outlet. Does it have to be an insect? What is the combo? I'm like confused because I know I see the other one. I see the Devoted Druid one. Right, so you Devoted Druid, you make infinite green mana. we Ant Queen, we make infinite dudes, you play Glacial Godmaw, you sack the lander token, you win the game. Do we need a sack outlet? Yeah, what up, Ryonet Gaming? Blowcast isn't there for early reanimation to flip Grist. And you're just letting me know. Yeah, but what does an early Grist do for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, we plus it, and then we don't have anything to protect it, so then it just dies, right? Like, I'm not convinced that you want to turbo flip Grist. Yeah. You can go with Goldmaw line or swing or Mazarek to ping. Early Grist Mills. Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I just feel like doesn't that mean your Planeswalker just dies? Like, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know if I like the idea of having just a card just to flip Grist and then be completely useless outside of that. I don't know. I feel like that's not very good. 3-mana Glissa good enough just as a blocker? Not really. you want to be able to use the effect. Oh, Tower Winder? I don't know if this deck needs Tower Winder. Um, 2-mana Death Touch? What? Are you talking about Bloodghast? Bloodghast does not have Death Touch. I do see that, yeah, with Drawshopper, when you have infinite Ant Queen triggers, you can use you can use Mazarek to make your dudes infinitely large, which also works. But I don't think that matters too much, right? Because you already have infinite dudes. The infinite size doesn't matter. Hermit Druid might just be better, yeah, for early mill, honestly. Not that this is a budget card as well, but you can just do that. You're talking about Tower Winder. Oh. I mean, Bloodghast doesn't even block. What does this card even do? Enters mill 4 cards. You may put a creature or land from the top of your library. Discard a land. Create a one. Interesting. That's kind of funny. That's a cool card. I actually really like that card. Wait, what? Huh? How come nobody's told me about this card? This card's sweet. That's very cool. Squirrel Grow is gonna be an insane mana payoff. I mean, it's okay. Lewin puts on top. Yeah, Lewin doesn't draw cards. But I do think that this is cool. Whatever that retrace card is in the command zone is really sick. Like that's very cool. There's so many bad cards in this deck, but it's like, oh, it's an insect that's like decent. So then it's like, well, I can't cut it, you know. Formidable Secret's pretty dang good. Fauna Shaman's really good. Maybe Fanatic of Ronos is a little slow. I like that it's a thing you mill, though, to get value out of. Baragorth is really pricey. Also, probably not really what this deck needs. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of just humming and hawing over this list. I want to find more cuts, but everything's kind of just like eh. Like it's like good enough for what it does. And you sort of need those pieces. Maybe Autumn's Veil? I don't know how much counter magic you go against. This might be a meta call, I suppose. Okay. Alright. I think these are my main cuts. Because I feel like you don't need the Dross Hopper for the combo. I think Journey to Eternity is like really good here. I think a little bit more card draw, like Moonlight Bargain, might be nice. I'd potentially cut a random land for Swarm Yard. Clarified a combo path in your last message. Oh, here we go. Actic. You meant him, not Mazarek. This one. Okay. Whenever another insect you control attacks or dies, put a pulse together, and each of them loses one life. Oh, okay. All right, that makes way more sense. I was confused. Okay, I can see the Dross Hopper, I guess. I feel like unless this is like a meta call, I don't know if I like Autumn's Veil in a list like this. I think Call the Death Dweller is probably worse than Victimize. Yeah. Sorry, I too many goofy A named insects. As soon as I looked at this again, I was like, this is not what they were talking about. I think these are my cuts. I think these are my main cuts. I kind of want just like more value, like Victimize, Moonlight Bargain, Journey to Eternity, just like more value in the list. Do you go wide enough for Broodlord? Yeah, this deck should go wide enough for Broodlord. You don't need to go that wide for it. If you reduce its cost by like 3, it's already like still pretty good. No, they have to keep draws. You're just clarifying it. No, but I see the use of having like different combo lines, and it is also like a cheap insect, so it has like other synergies. Yeah, there's regrowth effects in this list. There's actual literal regrowth, but there's also Shigeki. I don't know how many more regrowth effects you really need. There's also Find, which only grabs creatures, but that's usually what you want anyway. Yeah. So I mean, for budget reasons, I wasn't going to suggest this, but yes, things like Balagad Recovery or like Bogart. Bogart Trawler can. Oh, is that already on the list? But things like Balagad Recovery can easily replace a forest or something, and they are very just good cards. Yeah, Shigeki's in there. Yeah. Soul Ring cut. I don't usually recommend cutting Soul Ring. What does Tyvard do for this deck? I believe it's a combo piece. Well, actually, is he a combo piece? Balagad is great. Probably added. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Is Tyvard anything? Also, I do find it kind of strange. We just don't have like a Beast Within or like a Tear Asunder. Like I want to add more just removal to this deck. Yeah, it does combo with Insidious Roots, but we don't have Tortured Existence, so we actually don't have the third part of that. Just a mill engine, TBH. Mill 3 cards, then you return a creature card made value 2 less from your grave to the battlefield. I mean, yeah, I guess you minus him once, and then you plus once, and then you minus him again. Man, that does kind of suck. Unearth? Yes, Unearth is very good in this deck, I think. Especially if you want to add stuff like Victimize to sack Chris, because then you can Unearth it back. It's pretty nice. Oh my god, it's also already 11:45. All right, I understand going super permanent heavy, but I don't know. I feel like some amount of instant speed interaction is like is necessary. I don't know, especially if you want this to be bracket 3, because like people are gonna do stuff, you know. All right, I want to get to another list. Hopefully, some of these suggestions are helpful to you, Taki. Let's get to. I want to do at least one more deck. I see Tago. I'm gonna click on that. Tago Kamal Fist of Crozo. Interesting. Is this name a reference to something? I have no idea what this means. All right. Export. Oh, copy from MGO. All right. Tago, you're a commander. Kamal, you're also a commander. Boom. There we go. You built this deck around land animation with the end goal of animating all my lands as swinging for lethal. Looking for ways to make that main idea more streamlined since it feels clunky. Either not enough lands or not enough ways to animate them. Okay, cool. Okay, so Sylvan Awakening is a funny card. Until the next turn, lands you control become elementals. With reach, indestructible haste, they're still lands. So you play that, and then Kamal gives your dudes +3/+3 trample until end of turn, and then you're like, Yahoo! I attack. I'm here for that. I understand your game plan. How do we do this though? So one thing that I like to do is we can just go to EDHREC and see what other cards people are playing like this. Other useful things we can add that animate lands. Earth Surge is a really funny card. That is very niche. That is incredibly niche. That's very funny. Any number of target lands you control become 1/1 elemental creatures with vigilance indestructible. Blah, they're still lands. Cool. Kamal's Will. And look at that. We've already found. Oh, is it already in there? Is that an instant? Is that why I didn't see it? Or did I just miss it? Oh, it's an instant. That's why I didn't see it. Dang. Well, that's the idea. Is on EDHREC we can hopefully maybe find something, Embodiment of Insight? Yo, what up? Tiffet V? Of course, we have the earthbending stuff, which I think is already in the list. It's like Ghost Fire Slice. Oh, that's not related to this this deck. Um, Man, Earthbending Student, isn't it so funny that this card is $32 because of an accident? Did you guys know about this? Earthbending Student is an uncommon, but they forgot to put it in the main set, or they forgot to cut it from the Jumpstart set. So it's only in the Jumpstart set, which makes it incredibly hard to find. So it's like $30. Yeah, it's not supposed to be this difficult to obtain. It is quite useful though. It gives you land creatures vigilance, which is kind of cool. Is Earthbending Student in this list? I don't think so. Obviously, kind of a, you know. Oh wait, there's not a non-foil version, right? It's just this thing, I think. Yeah. Anyway, expensive card, but it is useful. Yeah, collector only. Ah, yes. It wasn't a jumpstart. It's only in collector boosters. That's why there's only a foil one. It's like really hard to find. It's very funny. But no, I agree. The vigilance on the lands in this deck specifically is quite nice. Camalphus or Croza can turn your lands into creatures. This is true. It is kind of mana intensive to do that. But if you have enough mana, you can. Now, here's the thing: is if you have enough mana, you can do anything. And what I'm thinking in this list is we're not ramping hard enough. Like you said, you either don't have enough lands. That shouldn't be happening. We're in green. You should always have infinity lands, right? So I think we just need to add more ramp stuff, like, where's Courser of Krufix? What? Oh my god, it did it again. It tricked me. Like third time's the charm. There we go. I see you already have Case of the Locked Hothouse, but more Courser effects to get more lands off the top and like chain through your deck more. Math and Mikey Troublemakers. Why is this on the list? You only have like 20 creatures. Move the top cards of your library. Oh, it's not a set amount. You always hit a creature. Huh. Interesting. Ever since I put that tweet of Poo Poo and land tax, you've been doing LeBron numbers and golf. Yeah, no, land tax plus Poo Poo UFO is really good. Oh, just explore in general. I was thinking exploration. You can totally do explore, but I'm trying to think of, is it Into the Wilds? Into the Wilds? No, that's not it. Escape to the Wilds. Yeah, here we go. Escape to the Wilds. What's that one that's like green X? Journey? Mana cost, here we go. Hugs could be good here. Hugs, Grizzly Guardian. Open the way. There we go. Thank you. What am I gonna do in my next spell table game? Yeah. So I'll talk about that at the end of the stream actually. Let me finish up this list, and then I'll yap about spell table in a second. Okay. All right. All this crap should help us like draw into more lands and play more cards, and get us to that point where we're actually animating the lands. Now the question is, what do we cut? Legend of Kyoshi's maybe a little slow. Maybe, I don't know. This only earthbends like one time. I'm gonna get rid of that. Turkish Eagle gets +6/+6 Hexproof Indestructible. Sure. I guess you do have a high cost commander. You want to keep it. What are we crop rotating for? Nykthos, Arena. Oh, I guess we have Glacial Chasm. Put 9 counters on target land you control. It becomes a legendary elemental with haste named Vitugazi. That's awesome. That's sick. Chandra's Ignition. I don't know how sold I am on this. Kamal is a 5/5, and I guess you have like reasonably sized creatures. I don't know. You've been trying out Snail's Cosmium Confluence Cave package. Really liking it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like Cosmium Confluence is pretty strong. If you like the old cave package. Oh, okay. I think Kadama would be a little slow here because you have to equip with the rock and then also hit. Kind of eh. I'd rather just play consistent ramp, you know? When he enters Earthbound 1, whenever he attacks, put 2 counters on each land creature you control. Earthbound's 1. Kind of slow. Damage doublers, probably fine. Creature +X/+X number. Force you control one of creature attacks. Whenever your creature attacks, create a 1/1 green for. That's it? I thought it was gonna be like for each thing you have or something. That was like nothing. Sphere Grid's good, right? Yeah. This is probably good for this deck too. Boulder seems really mid. Whenever the boulder attacks, Earthbend X, where X is the number of creatures you control with power forward grid. Yeah, that is pretty mid. Yeah, the goal of this deck is to make lands into creatures and then kill people. That's the plan. Got like Leisure the Tanglewood for that. Oh yeah, I guess Ouroborroid, right? That's $40. I mean, yeah, this card's. Well, I mean, I guess it just. I don't know. It's probably good. It's probably worth. It's like $40 though. Good finisher. All right. I'm gonna say these 5 are my cuts, and I think we just play like way more ramp. Escape into the Wilds is card advantage and ramp. Open the Way is a lot more ramp. Hugs is card advantage and ramp. Adding all these card advantage and ramp conjunction cards will streamline your deck because you'll have more lands, and then you'll draw into your Sylvan Awakenings more often. And I think that should fix your problems with the deck. Yeah. All right. I need to get going soon, but real quick, is Togo important? To be honest, I don't know how important Togo is to this deck, and I guess we can just be like partner red. You could probably swap him with a different partner. Honestly, like Jessica could be fine, just to, like, remove creatures or buff up your damage. Kedis is not too bad either. I mean, Togo's like fine. I don't think you need to get rid of him, but he's not that necessary for the deck. All right, Patron webcam games. I want to do more of those. Honestly, I've just been really busy, and like those streams take more time because I need to like block out more time. I plan to do some this coming week during the week, and get that going. But yeah, I also didn't like how my webcam looked. It didn't look very professional. I didn't like it. There's like gameplay shows on like other channels and stuff that I've like decided not to go on because of like I can't make my webcam look good enough. I've invested in a better setup, and so I will be testing that out this coming week, and hopefully I'll get in more webcam games. I apologize to the patrons. I know I was intended to do that at least once a month, but missed it for the past couple. But we'll get some games in, you know. 2 streams a week. Here's the problem with streaming twice a week is like streaming takes a lot of time, right? Like it's a big chunk of time, and this like makes no money. like I do the Patreon deck reviews and stuff, and that is fun to do, and I like doing it. But the stream itself makes like $2, you know, and like ultimately I have so many like bigger video projects I want to work on that like it just never feels worth streaming over doing more of like the bigger like video projects and stuff. Like there's longer second channel videos I want to do. There's like longer main channel videos I want to do. So that's kind of like always been like a big like point of contention is like working on videos versus streaming. So yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm also like I feel like I'm not a very good streamer. Like I appreciate all of you for tuning in, but I don't think I'm very good at doing this. So that's also part of the problem. Is I'm not like super inspired by streaming because I don't really like watch a lot of streams, and I don't think I'm a good streamer. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Streaming just takes a lot of time. That's why I keep it pretty limited. Okay. All right. I know that was kind of like a rant about like, you know, nothing relevant to most of you, but that's the reason I don't like stream a ton. If streams are $2, are you willing to say what the average podcast makes? Yeah, podcasts make like less than $200 usually, and of course we pay Yusuf to edit those. The podcast does not make very much money. Yeah. To be honest, it's like the video essays and sponsorships are like what actually pays the bills. Yeah. The best part of streams are just hearing like thoughts and like card suggestions. Yeah, no, I get that. That's like why people tune into the stream. Um, like people tune into the, they tuned into the Marvel review stream or whatever, um, to hear me yap about it. Which a lot of people were like, the deck review, the set review didn't start until you talked about the cards. But like me reviewing the overall theme of the set was part of the review. Um, the Wizard. uh, like I get why people tune in. I don't know. I could do more like random streams where it's like I do like tier lists or whatever. Yeah, so the patron stuff does also does also pay. It's good. That's like the real benefit to the here's the business side of it, right? Is the real benefit to the streams is an advertisement for the Patreon, right? Is like, yeah, the stream makes $2, but if two people join, that's $10, at the very least or whatever, right? Um, so like that's the that's the real benefit of it. It's like an ad for the Patreon if I'm thinking about it like business wise. But I want the content that I put out to be like meaningful, and I feel like if I streamed a bunch of random crap, it would kind of get lost. This is like the middle of the day. You only watch because of summer break. I know. Uh, it's kind of like an awkward time, but like I stream during like normal work hours because like that's when I'm working. In the evening, I try not to work too much. I kind of just like spend time with like friends and family. I try to keep things like pretty separate. And then usually I'm just like writing in the evening if I'm working, because most of my job is just writing scripts anyway. No, I appreciate it, Yuri, and I appreciate all the patron support. That actually uh, does matter. But what I like doing with the patrons more than like the deck reviews are like the like things where you get to participate in a video, right? Like um, when you do the like the make a fake thumbnail thread or whatever, which you can still do. Is going to be a fun gag in the upcoming video, and I think it's cool that like people can submit stuff and then see their work appear in the video. I think doing more of that stuff is what I want to do with the Patreon overall. Am I full time? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do YouTube full time. Evening over there. Yeah, it's evening in Europe, right? Which I imagine there's a decent amount of viewers from Europe where this is like a pretty good time. Want to stream the Patron games? I do. I just haven't just haven't done a Patron game in a little bit. It's been a little while. Uh, yeah. You can't do it. Honestly, I can't either. I don't make good thumbnails. That's why I have Brenda make all the thumbnails for the channel. I pay them to make the thumbnails because I do not do graphic design. I do not do Photoshop very well. I'm not good at any of that stuff. What's that thread on the server? Somewhere under video idea suggestions, there's a make a fake thumbnail thread, where you can just make, submit stuff. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is an underrated commander? I don't know. All of them, all the old ones are underrated. If you go to like any monocolor, like mono blue, and I just do this. Oh, boom, underrated commander, Kaho. This card's insane. It's super good. You just cooked up a threefold signal deck. Should I post it in the Discord? I mean, so in the Discord, the reason, people ask me this, they're like, why is it not a public Discord? The reason it's not a public Discord is like you can just ping me. Like if it was a public Discord, it would be like Elk and Snail are not super active in their Discords, and they do not allow people to ping them because anybody can be there, and they would get a billion notifications. But if you're just like, hey, I have a cool deck list, you want to just look at it, not review on stream, just I wanted to show it to you. You can just post it in the Discord and like at Trinket Mage, and I'll take a look at it probably. At some point. That's like the real benefit of the Patron Discord. That's like why it's paywalled anyway, like as a point. Because I feel like if you wanted a public Discord just to like play spell table games with people, you could just go to a bigger creators Discord. Who'll do that better than I can. All right, I've yapped a lot. I'm gonna get going. Look forward to, if not this weekend, sometime during the week, a bonus stream where I have a new setup and I play some Patron games over webcam with patrons. That's my goal for this week. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all my patrons for submitting those decks. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Tabletop Sim is awesome. I agree. You would totally watch a recorded Snail Elk Mage Patron game. I mean, they're on Snail's second channel. There's some gameplay footage technically. That's us plus Quips and Guac, I think. Or no, us plus Hans. If you want to see that with some bunch of decks we made. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in to the stream. I'm hopping off. It's been fun.